We've got Trump losing. We've got Putin losing. We've got Netanyahu losing. I really hope Putin goes ahead and loses because I feel like he's the one behind all this stuff. And I don't think Iran should, pretend that they don't know that or fail to take it out on Putin. Like, just because they're able to defeat or get some type of retribution, revenge on Israel and America, I don't see how you can leave Putin out of it. Yeah, Putin supposedly helps Iran, but Putin also runs America. Runs Trump and Netanyahu. And Iran is indicated by everything they're doing that they're very smart. There's a lot of smart people there. I saw a video saying that they have 99% literacy, which makes me wonder, like, I know Cuba has 99% literacy. Are Cuba and Iran the only countries with 99% literacy? Anyway, it seems like there's really smart people there. They should be smart enough to know that Putin's using them slash, playing them against um, America, really, to destroy America. He's using Trump to destroy America too, of course. But, like, he's using Trump to kill a lot of people in Iran. So, like, I think you should blame Trump for killing all those schoolgirls, for instance. But if you're going to blame Trump when he wasn't, piloting the Tomahawk missile, he gave the orders to the people who piloted the Tomahawk missile. But if you're going to blame Trump for giving the orders, and you're going to blame Hegseth for giving the orders, which you should do, how can you fail to give Putin the blame for giving the orders to Trump? Like, why would you just, let the buck stop there? And I just can't see how people who are smart enough to do everything that Iran's doing so far wouldn't be smart enough to see that Putin runs Trump. That part doesn't. And then it just makes you like, if you're just going along with it, if you're just going along with Putin's plan, then you killed your leaders. Then you killed your dad. Which means some people do. You know, people uh, kill their parents to get, to take the throne. That's a thing. But I think everybody has to acknowledge that that's what it is. And I feel like, any culture or regime or whatever can brainwash their people or mislead their people. But of course, in America, they've brainwashed the Trumputineers, but they haven't misled the rest of us. Yeah, I'm good. How are you? So it makes me suspicious of Iran playing the game. Like, yeah, you can kill my dad. You can kill our supreme leader. You can do all these things. Kind of like Delcy Rodriguez. You know, if they found their Delcy Rodriguez, except for instead of just taking over the country and being like, I'm friends with the people who kidnapped our leader, um, they're like, well, we're gonna have a war, but we're friends with the people we're having a war with, and we're still friends with the master who set all this up. So that part makes me suspicious. But I mean, then again, that's all for the future. Like right now, obviously they have to defeat Donna Kupatinsky himself. They have to defeat Trump, and they probably have already defeated Netanyahu. I guess you have to defeat Netanyahu's ghost. You know, I saw a video today claiming that Netanyahu was there at the signing of some new, new law to execute Palestinians that they were passing. They're like, Netanyahu was there, and they supposedly showed an image of him being there. And then they had some other guy who also thought had been killed. Um, they had that guy actually saying something. Anyway, it all seemed highly suspicious to me, as it has been. But even more suspicious, because I also just saw a video that was claiming that Trump had had some military victory. And I was genuinely upset about it. I was like, Trump can't see. I mean, yeah, the U.S. military could still be good even under Trump, despite being run by Trump and Hegseth. They could still be effective at military stuff. They could still be good at war. But I was disappointed to feel that they had made any success. The video was claiming that they had reopened the Strait of Hormuz. Maybe it was just released early because that hasn't happened yet. So maybe it's a video they made and they just released it early. The video was from about 2 hours ago. The sound is low. Yeah, it's probably just the box. And all the fur and stuff. Thanks for the feedback, though. Thanks for being the first person to discuss what I'm discussing. It's kind of crazy. It's just net and YouTube, I guess. We all got spoiled by TikTok, by being able to talk to human beings and stuff. It's just, anyway, I guess I can wait for somebody to show up, or I'll just keep talking. I won't bother with the chat. The chat's kind of oh, hi. We're just talking about having peace and stopping Trump and Putin, and Iran acknowledging that Putin is Trump's master and that anything done to them through Trump was done to them by Putin, and some type of just recognition of that, consequences for that. The chat's not any good. It's just bots. It's just different bots in the chat. It's okay. People might see this in the future, or in the near future, like in a few minutes. Somebody might be here. Bots, TrumPutineers, bots, and trolls. They're just not really. We'd be lucky if there was a CCP here, but no, it's just bots and trolls and TrumPutineers. Yeah. That's the problem with the Nazi platform. I said bots and trolls and TrumPutineers. They're indistinguishable. It doesn't matter if you're a bot or a troll or a TrumPutineer. You're all the same thing. You're never going to say anything different or useful, or, you all amount to the same thing. Some of you are like, I'm not the bot. And other ones are like, I'm not the troll. It's like you're all the same thing. You're super boring. You're super boring waste of time, and you also suck. The thing people feel for you is hatred and disgust. Yeah, you're the kind of people who say TDS. You're just terrible Nazis and just idiots. You're just idiots. There's no reason you should have survived. Like if life was as hard as you pretend it is, you would never have made it to this point. You're not people, dude. No, you're not. That's the whole thing. Trump-Putineers and bots and trolls. You're not people. The fact that there's no difference between you and bots and trolls, you're not people. You've dehumanized yourselves. You could stop doing that. You also, like, Trump-Putineers dehumanize themselves with supremacy. Trolls dehumanize themselves by pretending to be something that are not. And bots just aren't human. So there's a reason why when I say you're exactly, bots and trolls and Trump-Putineers are all exactly the same, is because you're exactly the same. Instead of you, it could have been a bot. You could have never been here. A bot could have done your job better than you're doing. Like, Trump-Putineers are incapable of contribution, um, you know, useful criticism, anything, debate, discussion, ideas. You know, it's just too Putin didn't read. You're just going to say a bunch of stupid Putin shit. All you can do is lie. You do not have the capacity of truth. You can't say things. Like, your words are inconsequential. Like a breeze or this cat walking by is much more important and significant than your words. Stop not mattering. I'm not saying you're incapable of ever being something worthwhile. You're just not worthwhile right now. Yeah, there's no consequences because they're just liars. But the consequence is I don't have to read anything they say. Or if I do read anything they say, it's like, it's confirming exactly what I'm saying, which is why I'm only talking about the super boring thing, the trolls in the chat. Okay, I'm glad the Iran war has you bothered. I mean, he's losing the war. He's going to lose the war. He's going to lose the presidency. We're going to remove him in like a week or two, tops. So why don't we just remove him now? Do you care about saving a few hundred or thousands of people's lives? Is it something you're interested in? They can never spell your. They can't spell the word your. Like the people who love Trump pretend to be from Canada or pretend that they can talk, pretend that they can type. But they can never spell your. I've met one of them out of thousands and tens of thousands. I've met one Trump-Putineer out of tens of thousands that could spell the word your. Bots are never necessary. Oh, God. Yeah, you can spell it. You just probably won't ever use it in the right way. You spelled it correctly 2 times, but you won't probably never use it the right way. No, he's losing because Iran's kicking his ass. And America should do our part and stop him on this end. Okay, Charles used your correctly. You guys should all remember that phrase that Charles just blessed you with. You're your greatest ally, or you're your greatest enemy, or whatever. You're your greatest fan. You're your biggest fan. Any, like, humans in the chat? Any, yeah, you can buy the paintings. Everybody knows Trump's losing, dude. Yeah, America should get rid of Trump. We should. But however it happens is fine. But it really would be more responsible for us to take out our own trash. I'll bet you $5 for sure he's getting removed. Trump's getting removed. I'm saying he's getting removed in about a week. Tops. There's no way this shit's going to last much longer. But they could remove him now, and you could save a lot of people's lives. Sorry about all the trolls and idiots in the chat. We need Jasmine Crockett to be president. Jasmine Crockett is the first woman president USA deserves. And they Talaricoed her. So, like, they Talaricoed Bernie Sanders. So, if they keep Talaricoing people, or the fact that they did cheat her out of her primary, like they Talaricoed Bernie Sanders, she should run. Or who do you like? I'm sorry, I missed the name of the human. Are you human in chat? Peter. Peter, I think, is the human. You guys aren't humans. Like, you aren't. You're Trumputineers, you're bots and trolls. You're not fucking human. Everyone hates you. You're here to accept the curses, to carry the curses back to Putin and Trump. You already carried them back to Netanyahu. Thank you. You served a purpose. Well, we briefly had that human or somebody in the chat. Oh, there they are. Thanks for liking the paintings. Okay. Hey, well, hold on. C. James is okay. C. James says that they're real and they're not happy with Trump over Iran and they don't like Israel. That's pretty good. I mean, that particular list of things kind of puts you in that kind of Groiper category, which isn't encouraging. But if you don't like Trump, what did you say? How did you phrase it? You don't like Trump? I'm not happy with Trump. That means you kind of liked him before, but you're unhappy now. I mean, that's a start. That's a start, okay? You're better than everybody else in the chat, besides that one guy. You should believe I'm not a dude. Any Trumputineers or trolls or whatever aren't human. You guys make yourselves inhuman by liking Trump. That's it, dude. You're inhuman monsters because you support a pedophile. I mean, sorry, but Jesus would tell you the same thing to your face. I'm not a groper. Okay, good. Sorry, Rudolph. I'm not comatose. I'll be knowledgeable enough for you. We can talk, Rudolph. You and I can talk. Don't worry about it. Oh, gee. It's really kind of frustrating on YouTube. Hello, Echo. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I thought I found a couple useful people to talk to in the chat before you got here. We can talk to you and me, Echo, because, oh my God, they're just super boring. It's like, you know how we banned all the Nazis? Well, not all the Nazis, but we banned a lot of the more Nazi MAGA types. I connect with real people. Yeah, socialism's cool. We connect with real people. It just takes a while to get to some because it's just so many Nazis in the chat. It's okay, Echo. We're gonna save it. We're gonna remove the thing that makes everything crazy, which is the Trumputineers. It'll be okay, Echo. What's it like where you are? Here it's just gas prices rising enough that people are finally going to turn on Trump. It's apparently all it takes is a little bit of greed. A little bit of well-praised screed at the right time. But no, I mean, closing the Strait of Hormuz. I did see a whole video. There's this like Chinese AI guy that I watch. There's this Chinese AI guy that I watch who, he reports on a lot of the war stuff, and he seems mostly trustworthy. But I'm watching him today. I'm like, why is this Chinese AI guy like super up America's butt all of a sudden? Why is he acting like America just reopened the Strait of Hormuz and all this stuff? It was all a bunch of bullshit. I was like, oh, this isn't the same channel. Like a lot of other channels use the same Chinese AI guy. Thanks, Tim. So, but anyway, it was just all lies. Like every time I've seen the same Chinese AI guy on other channels, he seems what he seems to be true. He seems to be very carefully telling you the truth. I'm listening to this. I'm like, USA opened the Strait of Hormuz, and he's all like super talking up the Americans and stuff. Like this is very strange. This is very Elon Musky. And sure enough, the name of the channel was like boring something. Like Elon Musk's company, boring something. I was like, this is where this fucking bullshit's coming from. Yeah, the Chinese AI was mostly trustworthy, but Elon Musk apparently used the same Chinese AI host to just put out a complete bullshit video about opening the Straits of Hormuz. Now, maybe they will open the Straits of Hormuz, burn down 9 Iranian bases, and shoot down or sink 15 Iranian light boats, and all this other crap they claimed happened. But the video was posted 2 hours ago, 2 or 3 hours ago. And then I looked it up, and it just doesn't seem to be any information about that. You're paying $7 a gallon coming up soon. What are you going to do about it? Again, we should remove Trump before that, but whatever. Is the Asian guy Ian Miles Chong? No, what did he? That's the other thing. He never mentions his name. But in this video, he did mention his name. But I can't remember what it was. I mean, he mentioned a name. You've seen, he talks like this. He talks very deliberately. You've seen him. There's like a version of him where he looks more like a real person, and then there's a version of him where he looks more like kind of like a cartoon, kind of like well, I won't say he's like a. I think he's Chinese. I'm pretty sure he's Chinese. He's a Chinese character, a Chinese AI. What's the real channel's name? Damn, I can't remember. If you guys have seen him and you remember the name of his channel, type it in the chat and I'll tell you if it's the same one I'm talking about. You want to know the left's perspective? Anyone can have their name as boring. I mean, it might not be directly from Elon Musk. That person was saying that they knew of a Chinese host, AI Chinese host that's Elon Musk. So I don't know. Compromise with left ideology. Well, there's no compromise, okay? Like, don't be a fascist. The left ideology is what your grandparents and stuff, what we fought against the Nazis for. And, don't betray all our ancestors and all our descendants. It's pretty simple. If you agree with Trump, you're wrong. If there's something you agree with Trump or Putin or somebody on, you're just wrong. Bye-bye. That's all we had for the... Who is Mike Oxmall? What band does Mike Oxmall play for? All our ancestors, yeah. Are you referring to the ancestors who were specifically the German Nazis that our ancestors were fighting against? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, not all our ancestors, because some of your ancestors were the German Nazis that the Americans and other people around the world were fighting against. Did you see Trump say the Japanese are good at surprises? Yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, it was pretty funny to laugh at Trump like that. Yeah, he's crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my grandparents fought against the Nazis. I'm pretty sure they're disappointed in how Nazi America has gone under Trump. Oh well. Uh, you know, why do you want to find out if our grandparents were on the same, on the same fronts of the war? It's pretty sad, huh? Pretty sad that we might have all had grandparents fighting against the Nazis, or great grandparents fighting against the Nazis, or parents fighting against the Nazis, and yet I'm the only one here who's still against the Nazis. It's kind of sad, huh? Kind of sad what they did to y'all, huh? Yeah, even though your granddad was racist, he at least fought the Nazis, and then you became one. Think about how disappointed in you your granddad is. Echo says, I'm not American, but I find your president funny. I'm surprised he even became president. Yeah, it's not that surprising. It's unfortunate. It's interesting. On either side of your comments were one of these trolls' comments. One of them said, you realize Russia and Iran are buddies, right? And then Doings, that was Mike, and then Doings says, Ukraine or Palestine, who do you support? LOL. Because it's funny, you know. Genocide is funny to Nazis. You'd be calling people in the 1940s Nazis. Yeah, there were Nazis in the 1940s. Germans are nice people. It's like it's a bot. It's like you're talking to one bot that has these different personalities or different profiles in order to do a thing, and it's not working. The thing's not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to curse you. I'm going to curse your programming. I'm going to curse you and your families or whatever, your associates. I'll curse you and your associates, and I'll curse your masters, Trump and Putin and MBS and the ghost of Netanyahu and Modi. Yeah. Oh, he's in a band with Dill. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Guess, Dave. What's your best guess? Guess by the fact that I'm a flesh. I'm not a bot. I'm not doing a Roman salute. Just make a guess. It's exactly what you had was a choice. We would have had tampons. That's what you're saying to me, is that we ended up with concentration camps, World War III, completely broke, $7 gas, all this other crap. But what we could have had was free tampons. We got all this crap, but we avoided free tampons. We sure dodged that bullet. We sure dodged the bullet of free tampons. Made the genocide worse. You know, terrorist attacks on all our rights, killing all these people, kidnapping all these people, concentration camps, camps that we're going to put you guys in, by the way. We're going to put you in the camps that you made for us. But all this crap, dude, all this Nazism, destroying the White House, all this crap. But We stopped free tampons. Stopped free tampons. So you guys think it's all worth it, huh? Who's Desi Freeman? Why does that name sound a little bit familiar, like it's a real name? So we could use some more intelligent people in the chat. I don't think we're going to get any, so I think we should just shut it down. It's just a bunch of worthless idiots. No. You're the one who wrote the name in the chat, you dumb fuck. You don't have talismans, Skylar. Like, you guys are all total fucking losers. Your master Trump is losing this war. He's getting a bunch of suckers and losers killed. You guys are helping. I'm going to laugh about it. We're going to make fun of their families. We're not going to honor them as heroes. We're going to desecrate their graves. We're going to make sure that they don't get benefits. We're going to make sure that everything paid out to these Nazis is confiscated and given to like immigrants and Americans and stuff. No, it's just it's you that are wrong because you're all Nazi pieces of shit. If you weren't Nazi pieces of shit, then you might be correct about something, but you're not. So you're never correct about any. Here, guys, here's a challenge to you. Type the thing in the chat that you think you're the most correct about. Is it the concentration camps? Is it the World War III? Is it shooting Alex Preddy in the back for having a gun? Is it shooting Renee Nicole Good in the face for being a woman? What are you guys the most proud of? Is it bombing the 190 schoolgirls? What do you guys think is the thing that you're right about? Name a thing. Name a thing you guys think you're right about. Do you guys think you and Trump are right about? See? You see how it's just you guys are all fucking shit? Like, I'm correct about things. You guys are all shit. If somebody in the chat wasn't shit, they would have spoken up by now. Trump is a bean. See, there they go. Like, right on cue. I think bean is a bad thing. So, right when I said if somebody wasn't shit, they would have spoken up. Somebody spoke up. They weren't shit. But the rest of you are. Like, come on, you know your shit. I'm right about everything. There's absolutely nothing I'm wrong about. Here we go. Synthesizing, intelligent person. Synthesizing says Confederates lost, Nazis lost, Mussolini lost, and MAGA will lose too. MAGA's losing right now. Iran is kicking Trump's ass. Thank you, Iran. I need to paint an Iranian flag because Iran is winning. We absolutely love it. My religion is I'm a witch, but also, so I mean, Mother Nature is not wrong. But also, Church of Judas replaces all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. So we replace Christianity, which is also right. It's proven to be correct to replace Christianity. Is Trump dead yet? Did anybody check? Has anybody got a phone? Well, I don't know. How long has Netanyahu been dead? Let's all put bets. Put how many weeks do you think Netanyahu's been dead? 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks? You wish you were Medius. Medius. You wish you were Medius. 1 week, 5 on it. No weeks. You aren't Medius touch, bro. Dude, you can't spell. 1 week. You think he's only been dead 1 week? Why is Netanyahu dead? That's what missiles will do to you. That's what missiles and bombs will do to you. Yeah, it's pretty sus that he's so quiet. Well, they had a picture of him today. There was a picture of him. They didn't try to have him say anything. camera pan past him real quick. You know, nobody's real interested in anything he has to say. There's no reason people would need like any proof of life. No, I think they both got killed. It's funny how they'll admit the brother. Fuck the brother. You know, we never even heard this dude had a brother before. Fuck the brother. Was he on television or was an AI of him on, as a deep fake of him on television? I'm not a grammar Trump Putin here. I just have to point out people are stupid. I have to point out MAGA. I shouldn't say people. Trump Putineers are stupid. We had Echo in here. He said even Trump doesn't talk about him anymore. Echo said even Trump doesn't talk about Netanyahu anymore because he's dead, dude. I mean, like, that's the threshold for being able to talk in this live. All these idiots that don't realize he's dead. You know, if you don't know, if you think it's at least suspicious, then we can talk. But if you think he's alive, you're a fucking idiot. No, he was saying that he was trying to say that I wish I was the Midas touch. The Midas touch is fake, dude. I mean, they're okay, but they don't tell you key pieces of information. Like if someone's a traitor, you execute them. If someone's a traitor, execution is what happens, not jail time, execution. If someone's a traitor, the punishment is execution. So Midas touch tells you like that Trump's a traitor, but they don't tell you what you do about it. Midas touch tells you that his cabinet can remove him under the 25th Amendment, but they don't tell you that the Congress can also remove him under the 25th Amendment. And why don't they tell you that? It's a little too dangerous. Smoking on Netanyahu. That Netanyahu pack. Big Yahoo is our master. Dude, Netanyahu's dead. You mean AI? BB Limbo? What the fuck, dude? So, you guys are idiots. Okay, let's just talk about what idiots these people are. One of them says, no, Optimus is the libertarian, bro. No way, Optimus would follow the anarcho-capitalism. Fuck both of those sides. It makes me glad I've got a Decepticon logo on. The fuck are y'all talking about? I just proved why you're an idiot. You're talking about Optimus Prime? Anyway. And the fact that you're glazing fucking libertarians and anarcho-capitalists, you're fucking trash. You're groypers, dude. Now, I'm only complaining about the people that are in here. English Teas, if you were a better person, I wouldn't be complaining. Echo's in here. Echo's cool. I don't even have 20 viewers, dude. None of you count. I have one viewer. I have Echo. I didn't have a viewer for 30 minutes. Why? Channel is actually suppressed, actually shadow banned or whatever by Net and YouTube. Net and YouTube's afraid of my content. Shit ain't that hard. Good job, English Teas. My favorite Transformer is probably Soundwave. Yeah, we can tell. So your team Iran? Your team Ariane? Your team Iran? He'll whip you if you don't support and help him build a greater Israel. Nobody cares. Like, oh wow, you're going to get whipped by an AI ghost? Oh, that sixth finger really makes the whip strike harder. Dude, there's no sympathy for Trump Putineers. I'm not going off on you guys right now because I don't need that. We know you're not American, dude. No Trump Putineers are American. You're like the opposite of Americans. Echo, whoever else is, no matter how much they don't live in America, and they're more American than you are. Nope, Wolf, just sleepy. I'm not really getting canceled. I'm just telling the truth, and it's being suppressed. That's pretty much the whole story going on here. It's suppressed and highly trolled. Would you breed a Decepticon if it was an what? What the hell are you talking? What the bot are you talking about? I am born an American. Thanks. He's making AI slop, but that's not proof of death. Yeah, but the AI slop in the chat is proof of not life. Oh my gosh. He will kill your kids if you don't troll you. I mean, at least you have an excuse, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of the Aryan. Let's just start sacrificing trolls. This troll said, Slava Russia. Can I tickle your scrotum? I use Russia's Ukraine flag as rag. He just says a bunch of crap, dude. Are you a sleeper agent? The fuck I'm not the bot. Well, you're not going to be here anymore, dude. At least we'll never have to talk to him again. Okay. I'm going to sacrifice a few trolls, and it'll make it better. Here we go. Want to make sure they're not like a long-time troll. This person's talked about Larry Bird before. Yeah, definitely. Get rid of them. No, I'm sorry, what? Just delete the weird people. Yeah, I mean, I might as well delete them all. It's just a lot of work. It takes like half the live just to delete the stupid trolls. But and the more you delete, the more people show up. So I probably should delete another one. Okay. Sorry about that, Shauna TV. Thanks for being here. Sorry about the trolls. Deaf to the USA. Deaf to the IDF. Thanks, Clock Enders. Sorry about the idiots in chat. You don't fucking know a damn thing. I don't know. Why don't you guess my opinion of the war in Ukraine, you fucking dumbass fucking Russian piece of shit? Like, okay, I hate you for being a fucking Russian. You want to guess my opinion of the war in Ukraine? Cinda Justa says, like we could be talking about more interesting stuff than just fighting trolls in the comments. They're just here to derail. Yeah, we just need like a couple of people to talk. Once we get like 2 or 3 people to talk, then the trolls don't have any potential power of just like I can just overlook their comments. But it's just kind of like, well, while I'm looking in case anybody good comments, I end up reading their shit. They make more than one account. Yeah, I mean, like that's the other thing. They'll be back. Clock Enders, thanks for being here. I don't know if you've been here before, but nice to meet you. Shauna, nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. Cinda Justa, thanks for sticking around despite the trolls. So, I just want to unite Iran and America. Like, we're going to be friends for life. We're going to save Iran from Putin, and we're going to save America from Putin, okay? And we're going to free Palestine. We're going to save Israel from Netanyahu's ghost, from AI Netanyahu. A sensible yank. Very rare occurrence, especially on YouTube, dude. The fact that you found this channel is, worth doing this whole live and talking for 40 fucking minutes to just these stupid ass trolls. Hi, Shauna. Thanks for being here. Sorry about the trolls, but like I said, Shauna, nice to meet you as well. I go by Puffin. I go live quite a bit, and it gets a lot better than this when I get going, but I kind of bogged down talking to the stupid trolls. So, yeah, Iran and Russia are allies. This is the thing I want to talk about. But Putin's betrayed Iran. Like, Putin has offered to give Trump Iran, or not even give Trump Iran, but Putin said, hey, if you give me Ukraine, if you stop supporting Ukraine, give me Ukraine, then I'll stop giving Iran your targeting information. Can't verify that he actually does that. He can promise that he'll do that and then not do it. But you can tell whether or not Trump stops giving any funds to Ukraine. So that's the deal that Putin made. But what is Putin offering to do? sell out his ally to Trump. And if you're paying attention, Putin already runs Trump. Putin has run Trump the entire time. So it's up to Putin whether or not Trump attacks Iran. Putin runs him. So Putin had Trump kill the supreme leader of Iran. Their ally had his other puppet kill their leader and a bunch of people there. Putin had Trump kill those 190 schoolgirls. So while I appreciate Iran for retaliating, standing up for themselves, striking back, all that stuff, making all the Lego movies, everything, if they're not going to include Putin in it, they're not that fucking smart, are they? Or it's all just a fucking game, right? That they can kill us in, and they can even kill their dads. Anyway. You can change stuff, Hux Gamer. Look, white version of Indian. Thank you. Appreciate that. If you just fake you brown, you will look like Indian. Thank you. That's great. Yes, I can show you the paintings. Dude, thanks for asking. These are paintings of people and flags. That was going to be a sunflower, but I never finished it. This is a painting from a long, long time ago. I don't know, 20 years ago, something. These are paintings from not as long ago. That painting's not that old either. Those paintings aren't so old. Those are all paintings. Thanks for asking. Thanks for the reactions. Sorry about the trolls. Thanks for being here if you're not a troll. Oh, good. Gigi's not a troll. Thanks, Gigi. You got here in time for the last 10 minutes of the live. Thanks, Clockenders. Oh, that's why you said the def with the F. Like Bob Dylan. What even is that? Why am I asking you? You're a fucking Nazi. If Trump is run by Putin, thank you. Let's have this discussion. If Trump is ran by Putin, yes. Is there a second part of the sentence? Trump is ran by Putin. I've challenged people to mention anything that Trump's ever done that doesn't serve Putin. Anything ever. No one's ever been able to mention anything. Thanks, LeBron. I mean, I guess, like a servant wishes they were the master. But Trump knows he can't be Putin. Trump knows Putin's his master. Trump knows Putin's his master, and he knows his mission is to destroy our country. And he knows that all he has to do is talk his bullshit about how he's saving our country, And what's he doing? Is he's starting World War III. He's making us complete Nazis, concentration camps, knocking down the White House, all so we don't have free tampons. He's making a lot of money off of it too, but he's also just serving Putin. Like, Putin has a very clear agenda to destroy America. Trump's doing it. His time-traveling uncle. Tragedy of Darth Beebe. Beebe Limbo. The tragedy of Darth Beebe. Stop sticking your affairs in other people's business. It's really that simple. Is the tide turning over the pond? Oh, yeah, dude. CPAC. They were like, check out the CPAC clip. I don't know if you know what CPAC is, but it's a conservative conference where, like, the most conservatives, like kind of the money wing of the Republican Party. And, dude, at this conference, the guy on stage is like, how many of you want to see impeachment hearings? And, like, dozens of people are like, yeah. And he's like, no. That's not the right answer. Let's do this again. How many of you want to see impeachment hearings? Like, they didn't hear him right, and they cheered again. Like, people are in the Republicans are ready to impeach his ass. And once you get 3 or 4 of them, he's gone. And really, you don't even need to impeach him. They need to remove him under the 25th Amendment. So you don't have to go through the fucking trial. You just yank his ass in one day. It could be tomorrow. We could be removing Trump tomorrow. If nobody else has been talking about that, then you heard it here first. But no, Trump's not going to be up for election, dude. It's going to be Jasmine Crockett will be our next elected president, I hope. Clockender says, how can the American public still back this man? The Americans don't. It's TrumPutineers. They're all traitors. Anybody who supports him is a traitor. We literally want them in jail for life / executed. Fucking all of them. Put them in the camps they made for us. Like, I know you're not going to hear Americans' perspective because we're suppressed by the social media and the media. But yeah, this is how all Americans feel when it gets down to it. Most Americans just don't give a fuck. They're just doing their own thing. But once they have to start paying more for gas, they're going to start giving a fuck. It's pretty disgusting. But all Americans who give a fuck to the extent that I do, or, somewhere in the ballpark. You said, how can American public still back this man? My brain can't fathom it, mate. Then again, over half of you voted for him. No, it's half of the voting public. Remember, not that many people vote in America. So not even half of Americans vote. And about half of them supposedly voted for him. There's a lot of question about whether or not they rigged it. Think about it. If you were going to rig an election, would you spend 4 years whining about an election that wasn't rigged so that when you rigged yours, people would say, oh, well, we think this was rigged, but we don't want to sound like you. Noah Milkman says, opinion on the fall of Assad. What do you guess it would be, dude? Fuck the Russians. Okay? Israeli American-backed rebels who were ex-Taliban. It depends on what they're trying to impress upon you, whether or not they demonize or glorify the guy who overthrew Assad. If it had been somebody else who overthrew Assad, it'd still be good that Assad was overthrown. The guy seems decent to me. Why did Israel immediately bomb his country? Once he took over from Assad, why did Israel immediately bomb him? And why did nobody do anything about that? Tesla had recently sent a letter to a man he was talking to about time travel, saying, "You cracked it, come see me in New York." Well, unfortunately, we only have 3 or 4 minutes left. If you'd brought up time travel, we could have been talking about the future for 20 or 30 minutes. But you just now brought it up. Fucking idiots. Trump only does that shuffle to adjust the shit in his diaper. What the fuck? I started something. I forced you to a zone and you were clearly never meant to go. Diaper full, I shouted. Typical me, typical me, typical me, I started something. And now I'm not too sure. So Netanyahu tricked Trump into the war. But MBS paid for the war, or paid to ensure Trump would go to war against Iran. And Putin ordered Trump to go to war against Iran. These 3 things are all true. Putin ordered him, Netanyahu tricked him, and MBS paid him. There's an old book called something, The Adventures of Baron Trump. That sounds interesting. I'd like to read it. I've got a time travel book on the shelf over here. Yeah, people who like Putin suck. Welcome, George. Oh, you just got here. Let's talk about time travel. We'll talk about it in the next live. We can talk about it now. We can talk about the future for the last 5 minutes because we only go live for about an hour and we got 5 minutes of that left. So the future is millions of years of peace and happiness and harmony. And it could start in 2026. There's no real reason why we have to wait longer to reach the future. You know what the future is, right? You know how when people think of the future, it's, flying cars and all that shit? Yeah. Thanks, Indiana Cones. Fan of communism, yes. So look, in the future, there's peace, communism, the goddess. There's all the good things that we don't have now. We have them in the future, right? And we have them for millions of years. We don't go back to this bullshit after we get to the future. So why not have the future now? There's all sorts of future time travel, stuff like that. There's all sorts of like messages from the future coming back to us now that all we have to do is access. Live from the future. We're coming back to us now. We just have to get through today. Live from the future. So, anyway, when you guys are ready for the future, come back to the live and we'll do future talk. Future talk's pretty much the best lives I ever do. I mean, west, east. Cinda Justa says, what do you even know about communism? Because you just sound ignorant. Cinda Justa seems very smart. We'll have to talk again next time. I believe we are fully capable of being a utopian society, but there's just few people that benefit from the way the world is now holding all the power. Well, you're completely correct. And the utopian society happens to be communism, where the people, the rest of us, seize all the stuff from the people that have held all the power. It's pretty simple. We have a legal obligation to do it because they've destroyed our White House. So because they destroyed our White House, they're all terrorists, and we can take all their property and companies. So that's Tesla, Twitter, Facebook, Meta, Facebook Marketplace. It's all of them. Lockheed Martin, Google, Alphabet. Robots. Who will do the harder, dangerous jobs in the economy? Robots. You guys haven't seen Mickey 17? Robots. Free Palestine. Thanks, Rehan. I guess we can end it on that. Free Palestine from Putin and Netanyahu. Free America from Donica Putinsky and Netanyahu. Trump and Netanyahu and the FBI. Free Iran from Putin. Free America from Trump and Netanyahu and Putin. Free Russia from Putin. Free Ukraine from Putin. You notice how Putin is the problem in every one of these equations? So as soon as we start talking about that, we're going to end this bullshit. Free fucking England from Brexit, from Brexiteers. Putin. Who did Brexit to you guys? Putin. You're aware of that in UK, right? You guys talk about how Putin did your Brexit, how you did Brexit for Putin. You talk about that by now, don't you? In UK, just before I shut the live down, I just want to hear from somebody in UK. You do talk about how Putin did your Brexit, like we talk about how Putin gave us Trump. So you talk about Putin gave you Brexit, right? You talk about that? Well, communism, whatever, dude. Don't call it communism. Our traitors done it, mate. Right-wing racists. Right, but Putin, you do know that Putin did it, right? You do know that Putin is the one who enabled your right-wing racists to do that. Just like Putin enabled our right-wing racists to elect Trump. Why aren't you blaming Putin for Brexit? Are you fucking idiots? Okay, see, Clockenders, who's actually in Ukraine, says, yes, absolutely. Putin did Cambridge Analytica with Facebook, and it's the same method for giving us Trump that they did to give you Brexit. Yeah, Putin gave you Brexit. Putin gave us Trump. It's Putin. Putin had Trump bomb Iran. Putin had Trump kill Iran's supreme leader. Putin had Trump kidnap Maduro. Please explain how Putin influenced Brexit. Dude, Putin bought Facebook, Cambridge Analytica. It was a huge fucking scandal. You're a fucking idiot. You don't ever listen to anything. I'm not going to tell you all right now. I'm at the last 30 seconds of my live. And yeah, I already explained it. You're just too much of a fucking idiot to even know what the words fucking mean. Why are you so pro-Ukraine? Because I hate you fucking Nazis. I'm going to take this last occurrence to curse you. I'm cursing you and your associates for even fucking asking. I'm cursing you. I'm cursing your families. I'm cursing Putin and Trump, your masters, through you. Anyway, y'all can fuck off. But not you, clockenders. Other good people. Thanks for being here. Sorry for the dumbass Nazis, but I gotta curse them. That's all they're good for. A report from the UK's Intelligence and Security Committee suggested that Russia sought to influence the 2016 referendum, although some studies found little impact from Russia. Yeah, some studies are also paid for by the Russians. But yeah, thank you. Like, we all know that it was fucking Putin. Gave us Trump too. And he's the one who told Trump to bomb Iran. So when Iran's finished getting their revenge on on Trump, they need to get the revenge on his master, Putin, and break ties. And be the new world superpower. Go for it.